Good morning to you and happy Wednesday, everyone. Hopefully you're having a good start to the day. We're continuing to see some activity that will start to spark up as we move into later tonight here across North Texas. And that's why we want to go ahead and get you into the forecast details and show you why we have a first alert weather day in store for you later on this evening. And as we move into the overnight through tomorrow morning. So we'll go ahead and switch over to the graphics here and I'll get you into those details. Again, severe thunderstorm threat will be expected tonight through tomorrow morning. It'll be dry after that system moves through, and then Friday afternoon we'll be expecting another round of some light to moderate rain, even thunderstorm development. Now here's the thing, Friday night into Saturday, another first alert weather day will be in store for you. Why? Well, we're going to be anticipating another round of heavy rainfall, as well as the chance for some strong to severe thunderstorms. And again, into Friday night through Saturday, that's when we're going to be anticipating some rumbles of thunder to impact your area. Now let's go through the storm timeline. Clouds start to build throughout the rest of this afternoon. Storms will start to spark up through the western counties as we move into the evening hours tonight. Then as we move through the overnight into your Thursday morning, the potential for severe thunderstorms will be back in the forecast. Again, you want to make sure you're staying tuned to the forecast. This threat is into the overnight hours, so we will be looking at that potential for gusty winds, even the threat for some larger hailstones. Thursday afternoon, that's when we start to clear things up. We'll see the sunshine eventually return into the evening hours. As of right now, again, we're continuing to look at a threat that is a level 1 for tonight through tomorrow morning here across the Metroplex, but look off towards the west a little bit further. A level 2 out of 5 threat will be expected into places like Breckenridge, Mineral Wells, into Bridgeport, Bowie, into Gainesville, even into portions of Denton and Tarrant County. Into those spots, we will continue to see that level 2 out of 5 threat and the risk for scattered strong to severe thunderstorms. A level 3 out of 5 threat is going to be anticipated anywhere highlighted in orange. That's to the north and to the west of our area in those spots, and including those numerous risks, over into portions of those areas. Now let's go ahead and talk about the activity that will be flaring up as we move into the evening hours tonight. Northwestern counties around your 6 p.m. hour over towards Graham and Bowie. Chance for some rumbles of thunder on the stronger end of the spectrum. We still have daytime heating, so I'm anticipating some of those thunderstorms to be on the stronger end of the spectrum. Now look at this. System continues to push off to the east as we move into your midnight hour. Now we're talking Palo Pinto County, stretching all the way up to the north into Wise, Montauk, as well as into Cook counties, into those spots starting to tap in on some thunderstorm development. System migrates off to the east as we move into the early morning hours. So this is why it's critical to make sure your phone is on loud and has ways to get multiple alerts just in case a severe thunderstorm rolls through your area and you need to go to a safe place, which would be an interior room away from any windows and doors. That's around 3 to around 5 a.m. as the system continues to move off to the east. If you have a very early morning commute, you're likely to be impacted here across the Metroplex, but generally speaking, we clear things out by around lunchtime. Again, biggest threat associated with these thunderstorms that'll be passing through later on tonight through Thursday morning is the potential for large hail and damaging winds. Winds is going to be the highest threat, which means we could see wind gusts upwards of around 60 miles per hour or potentially even stronger. Tornado potential is very low, but it's non-zero. And of course, the flooding risk is a level 2 out of 5 threat. Isolated instances of flooding is going to be probable, especially into those lower lying areas, especially since we haven't seen a lot of rainfall in the past several months. First round of rain expected tonight through tomorrow morning. So gear up. We have 2 first alert weather days. First one tonight, tomorrow morning. Second one will be expected as we move into your Friday evening through Saturday morning. So both of these systems moving through into the overnight, and that can be dangerous, especially whenever you are sleeping. You need to make sure you have ways to get alerts. Once again, we will be keeping you up to date with all the latest activity here at CBS News Texas. Level 1 out of 5 threat for Friday evening into Saturday will be expected over across our northwestern counties and along the Red River Valley. Into those areas, that is a marginal risk from the Storm Prediction Center, which means it's the lowest level of severe potential, but it is there. It doesn't mean everybody's going to see a severe thunderstorm, but the potential is there anywhere highlighted in green, which will include Denton, Mineral Wells, Breckenridge up to Bridgeport, Bowie, Graham, and to Bonham. Into those spots in particular, confidence is on the higher end that at least 1 or 2 of those stronger cells could contain severe criteria, winds, maybe potential for hail, and all modes of severe weather will of course be likely. Again, that's Friday night into Saturday morning. Here's what that looks like. This is a further longer range forecast model, so don't take all of this to heart. Of course, when the data gets better and closer to this event, that's when, well, things look a little bit better and we get a better idea on exactly what's going to happen. As of right now, it is showing some of those spotty showers and maybe an isolated thunderstorm sparking up into your Friday late afternoon into the evening here across North Texas. But look at this, as we move into the evening hours, that's when our frontal system swings through, taps into moisture and instability, and promotes the chance for, well, maybe a couple of stronger thunderstorms reaching severe criteria into your Saturday morning. And of course, lots of heavy rainfall associated with that. That's a look at 9 a.m., but look at around 4 p.m. Everything starts to shift to the east a little bit. We should clear things up by dinner time on Saturday. And it'll come with a little bit of a temperature dip. On Friday, 83 degrees. But look at Saturday, 67. Definitely Saturday's not going to be the day to do the Easter egg hunts. I will have to say, moving into your Easter Sunday, thankfully things clear up and conditions get a little bit better. So definitely will be a good Easter Sunday for you to go to church or to go to brunch with friends, family, maybe Easter egg hunts. 69 degrees is the forecast high temperature. It'll be nice, crisp and cool in the morning with a few clouds and that sunshine peeking through into the afternoon. So that's the good news. But until we get there, again, Friday night into Saturday, we do have that threat for a couple stronger thunderstorms and a first alert weather day. Let's talk about right now. 70 degrees, not feeling too bad. You could definitely feel the moisture in the atmosphere. 63 degrees is the dew point temperature. So that measures the amount of moisture in the atmosphere. That's raising the humidity levels at 78%. Not going to be the best hair day, unfortunately, today. But visibility is at 10 miles, winds out from the south around 16 miles per hour. On the radar, maybe a little sprinkles into Dallas and Rockwall County, but generally speaking, most of us are dry, just seeing lots of cloud cover here across North Texas. How can you tell on the satellite radar data that you're actually seeing cloud cover? Well, look at all the brighter shades. All the grays and the whites is indicating the cloud cover here across the area. And we'll hold on to some pretty cloudy skies as we move through the rest of the day today. Winds, by the way, will continue to peak, even reaching 25 miles per hour into this afternoon. And temperatures will be climbing into the middle to upper 70s by lunchtime. And 2 p.m., that's when we start to see conditions climb as well, back into the 80s. It's going to be a warmer than average day. And by the way, this past month has been really hot. Very hot March is what we saw. We actually broke a record for the hottest March we have ever seen here at DFW. Okay, let's talk about the winds today. They'll be gusty, especially this afternoon, coming from the south, gusting upwards of around 25 miles per hour. Now, today's forecast temperatures will be on the incline. Again, we get that southerly flow. Temperatures will be rising, and 87 degrees is the forecast high temperature here across North Texas, Dallas, Fort Worth, over towards our western counties. The temperature could reach around 90 degrees. And the average high for this time of the year is 73 degrees. So you can tell we're about 14 degrees here across the Metroplex, warmer than where we typically sit for this time of the year. The good news is that frontal system will swing through moving into the weekend, and that will cool us off, and temperatures will be back to, well, where they should be for this time of the year. Lows tonight, 67 degrees. So tomorrow morning, you're waking up into the middle to upper 60s. It's going to be a warm start to your day, especially for this time of the year. Sunrise will be at 7:16 in the morning. Tomorrow's forecast, again, we'll see 84 degrees as the forecast high temperature, cooling it off just a little bit compared to what we'll see today. Let's talk about the next several days. Once again, we have a first alert in effect for later on tonight. Make sure you have ways to get alerts and you're keeping your eye to the sky, as well as making sure you're getting frequent updates from us here at CBS News Texas. Tomorrow morning could impact your commute due to some thunderstorm development. It would be a good idea to maybe hold off on going to work until that storm system passes, and then into the afternoon we finally clear things up. Friday should start dry, but into the late afternoon is when some showery and thunderstorms will start to develop. It's into the overnight Friday into Saturday morning and afternoon. That's when another round of strong weather will be expected. Friday and Saturday, first alert weather days for you because of that big cold frontal system that'll swing through. Thankfully, temperatures will dip from the 80s into the 60s. Moving into this weekend, Easter Sunday, things start to get their act together and shape up just in time for Easter and for those Easter egg hunters. You're waking up to 49 degrees on Easter Sunday, and the high temperature will be around 69 degrees. We'll see a couple clouds in the sky, but dry conditions and lots of sunshine. Now look at next week. It's going to be a gorgeous next week. We'll see a little bit of cloud cover here and there with some sunshine peeking through and temperatures back into the 70s. Let's go ahead and get you back into the details on what to expect for those of us who just joined. Thank you so much for hanging out with us this Wednesday morning. Severe thunderstorm threat is expected tonight into tomorrow morning. Then dry conditions will be expected through Friday afternoon. A severe thunderstorm threat and heavy rainfall will be expected back into the forecast Friday night through Saturday. Another first alert weather day for you. Let's go through the storm timeline for today, the next 24 hours, okay? Because this is really important, especially as you head to bed. You need to make sure you have ways to get alerts. Clouds build throughout the rest of this afternoon. It will be a steamy and windy day today, but storms start to spark up to our west. So the western counties starting to see some of those rumbles of thunder around your 6 p.m. hour. Those will continue to shift off to the east as we move into the overnight. Severe thunderstorms will be likely into the overnight through tomorrow morning. Marginal risk here across the Metroplex, but it's something you need to keep in mind. Wind gusts upwards of 60 miles per hour. I'm forecasting for as the biggest threat. Sunshine returns by Thursday afternoon, and then we have another round moving into the weekend, but you can kind of get a little bit of a break from Thursday afternoon into Friday afternoon. Let's talk about the Storm Prediction Center's outlook. A level 1 out of 5, anywhere highlighted in green, including the Metroplex stretching up to Parrish, Sherman, Bonham, McKinney, all the way down into Hillsborough, Waxahachie, and Cleburne. Level 2 out of 5 threat is going to be for our western counties. Wind gusts could even get up to around 70 miles per hour, and any individualized cells could reach severe criteria and reach hailstones upwards of 2 inches in diameter. So we're talking about some pretty large hail associated with these thunderstorms that do move through. Here's a look at that forecast once again. I want to show you this before I let you go. Thunderstorms start to develop across our northwestern counties and move off to the east later on this evening through the overnight, impacting your early morning commute along the I-35 corridor and across the Metroplex. Everything should be out of here by around 9 to 10 a.m., but we will continue to see that chance for heavy rainfall and strong thunderstorm development. So make sure you're keeping your eye to the sky. Again, primary threat is wind and hail. 2 rounds of thunderstorms will be expected. First round tonight through tomorrow morning, and second round will be expected as we move into your Easter weekend, Friday night through Saturday morning. So make sure you're keeping an eye on this forecast and staying tuned to CBS News Texas. We'll be back at 9 a.m. for another update in case you missed it or you want more information. Thank you so much for joining us here on this Wednesday morning. We'll see you again at 9.
This is CBS News Texas.
And it's time for us to check in with the desk now. So